So I think the interesting thing with programmatic is that it now gives us a chance to move away from your demographics and attitudes to more behaviors. And all of the need states that we can identify allows us to be really super targeted, but also hyper relevant. I think that that's what is becoming more interesting to us, because we're able to not just guess at where they are, but serve a message exactly at the right time and in the right place.
Got it. And tell me about how the device graph fits into that conversation, right? Because it's not just about desktop anymore or mobile, right? It's about across all platforms.
There is a lot of conversation around cross-platform at the moment. And the way in which I'm kind of looking at it is, yes, there's the technology to understand whether it's that same individual. But I think that you can get very, very caught up with that in that state. I think that's great for measurement and attribution. But really what we need to do is really understand what need state is being signaled at that moment in time to give that relevant message. That's where I think the benefit happens, rather than the fact that it is exactly the same person that has seen that element before.
Right.
Of course, elements like frequency is important, but I think it's around the relevancy which is the fundamental thing.
So do you, obviously part of the thesis I would infer is that by looking at need state as a primary indicator, then business performance will improve as a result of the advertising.
Well, that's what you would hope. I think we talk about relevancy a lot, and when we plan media, we've always looked at the audience and developed as many insights as we can. But we've kind of moved away from that one insight and that big idea to also have that one insight, big idea fused with lots of other micro insights of where they are, so that we can come back with lots of little messages and utilities along the way to give them value in what they're trying to search for or what media they're consuming, which will resonate better and as you say, have better performance from a business point of view.
So that lends us really well to the conversation of creative optimization, right? Because that's you can't decouple targeting and one-to-one marketing or advertising without talking about creative optimization. So how does that fit into the larger conversation for OMD?
Yeah, it is. It's one of those areas where it's the biggest challenge that we are now having to create a lot of different messages, and with that we have to target individuals at a lower spend at first. Start to take the learnings from things that aren't performing and messages that aren't performing, and start to really scale those messages that are. And that takes a lot of nuance and a lot of subtlety to really understand all of those different messages in market at that one time, and what is the ones you're going to back and scale. But the technology that allows us to do that, because we're able to link back to sale, which gives us a better understanding of what performance really means.
Awesome. So is there anything interesting you've seen since you've been in Cologne? I know you just sort of got here last night, but anything notable about the show that's been the most interesting to you?
The one thing that is amazed me is that I suppose DMEXCO here in Cologne has kind of personifies the challenges that our clients have at the moment. The landscape is crazy. I got an email this morning saying 1,000 people, exhibitors are now here, and that's just really a third of MarTech. It's huge. So I've seen a load of different interesting companies, from a company that focuses on header bidding for in-app video, all the way through to an SEO company that understands how to syndicate content more effectively through native advertising. These are all hugely interesting areas, but for us, we've got to understand where we're going to back and where we're going to scale for our clients. So it's not one thing, it's a collection of things that we need to start to pool and really understand what is going to be the right one for our clients.
Awesome.